Welcome back to the Deep Dive. So today we're getting into some really fascinating material centered around ancient wisdom from the Bhagavad Gita. We're focusing specifically on Chapter 5. It's often called the Yoga of Renunciation or Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Now, if you were with us for the last deep dive, you'll remember we explored Chapter 4, the Fire of Knowledge, which kind of sets the stage for this. Chapter 5 really picks up right where Arjuna is left. He's grappling with these big ideas about knowledge, but he's got this very practical, very human question. He basically asks Krishna something we all wonder about, right? Should I, renounce the world completely, find peace out there somewhere? Or should I stay involved, act within it? Which way is actually better, this quiet path of renunciation or the engaged path of karma yoga? God, such a relevant question, even now, that tension between wanting to step back and needing to act.
Absolutely. And Christian's answer, well, it's probably not what many people might expect from a spiritual guide. He doesn't just offer an easy way out. It's actually a surprisingly practical viewpoint and really profound. It redefines what spiritual living can look like for us today.
Okay, so what's his immediate response? Arjuna asks this big question, renunciation or action?
Christian's pretty direct. He says, look, both paths can lead to liberation. But, he adds, karma yoga, that path of action done with detachment is superior for most people.
Right, superior for most. So why? Why is action, but done in a certain way, considered better for the majority?
Well, that's the really interesting part. It's because true renunciation, in Krishna's view, isn't about physically running away from life. It's not about, escaping the challenges. It's about letting go internally, letting go of the attachments, the ego, the desires, while you're still living your life fully engaged. Which means you can find this incredible inner freedom even when things are chaotic around you. That's quite a radical thought, really.
That distinction feels crucial. Internal letting go versus just leaving the situation. So to really get this, we need to understand what karma sannyasa actually means. It's not just picking one path.
Exactly. It's a blend. When Krishna talks about karma sannyasa, he's talking about combining sannyasa, which is that inner giving up of selfish desires, of ego, with karma yoga, which we know is selfless action, but it's deeper than just, say, doing charity work. The nuance here is about how you approach every action. It's about stripping away the what's in it for me angle, letting go of the need for a specific result.
Okay, and this leads to his kind of revolutionary idea of who the true sannyasi actually is. It challenges that common image, doesn't it?
It completely flips it. The common image is, someone in robes off in a cave somewhere. But Krishna says the true sannyasi isn't defined by their clothes or where they live. It's the person who acts in the world, but acts without ego, without craving. And this is key, offers every action to the divine.
Offering action to the divine. What does that mean in practical terms?
It means acting not for your own personal gain, not for praise or pleasure, but as like an offering for a purpose bigger than your own ego. He puts it so powerfully. He who neither hates nor desires is truly free.
Wow. Neither hates nor desires.
Yeah, and that really brings the question back to you, listening now. What could that kind of freedom look like in your daily life, in your job, your family, especially when you feel pulled by strong likes or dislikes?
It really speaks to this idea of finding maybe freedom in the middle of life's storm. That's what this chapter seems to explore. Not escaping the storm, but finding stillness within it. We all feel that whirlwind sometimes, right? Emails, deadlines, just chaos.
And Krishna is saying the quiet doesn't have to be external. It can be an inner state, regardless of the noise outside.
So how do we get that freedom if it's not about stopping action?
It comes from surrender, internal surrender, letting go of that intense need to control how everything turns out. There's a powerful line. He who is unattached, whose mind is steady in wisdom, whose actions are purified, he is not bound by karma.
Not bound by karma.
Meaning your inner state, your detachment, your wisdom, that's what sets you free, not whether things go exactly as planned externally. Think about applying that, maybe a big project at work or a difficult conversation. You engage fully, you do your best, but you release that tight grip on the specific outcome.
That's so countercultural, though. Our world feels obsessed with control, controlling results, people, our image.
It absolutely is radical. Krishna's teaching challenges that deeply. It says you don't need to control everything. Your part is to act with sincerity, with your full effort, and then let go of the rest, consciously release it.
So it's not passive.
Not at all. It's dynamic. Full engagement plus inner release. That's the balance, the yoga of balance. And that's where you find that profound wisdom he talks about, seeing action and inaction and inaction, inaction.
Meaning?
Meaning you can be incredibly active externally, but maintain inner stillness if you're detached. And sometimes apparent inaction might hold deep, purposeful stillness. It's about the inner quality, not just the outer form.
Right.
Bringing calm to the chaos through your mindset.
Okay, so if we boil down the key takeaways from Chapter 5, things that you listening can really hold on to. First, this big one. You don't have to quit your life, your job, your family to be spiritual. Spirituality happens right here.
Right. It's about transforming your approach, not necessarily your circumstances.
Second, true renunciation is internal. It's about mindset, not just location.
Letting go of the ego's grip.
Third, real freedom isn't found by stopping activity, but by acting without being chained to the results.
Action without attachment. That's the core.
Fourth, this idea of equanimity, that inner balance, is the secret sauce for peace no matter what's happening outside.
That steadiness of mind.
And finally, the deepest wisdom, maybe. Seeing that same self, that same spark in all beings.
Yeah.
Recognizing our interconnectedness.
Yeah. And all these points really invite you to look at your own life. Your actions, your motivations, your mindset. How can shifting your perspective on engagement and detachment actually bring more freedom into your experience? It really redefines what it means to live freely.
So the question this chapter leaves us with, it's not really, should I do more stuff or less stuff? That's not the point. The real question feels like, can I do what needs to be done, but do it with a calm mind, with an open heart, without being completely fixated on the outcome?
Exactly. And that leads to this profound truth. Letting go isn't weakness. We often think it is. But here, it's presented as power. Power rooted in wisdom. It's actually the ultimate strength.
You don't have to change your entire world. Maybe just change how you see it, how you serve within it. That's a powerful lens to carry forward, isn't it? Something to try on.
Well, thank you for digging into Chapter 5 with us today. Next time, we'll be exploring Chapter 6, the Yoga of Meditation. Krishna really dives into the practical side of cultivating that inner stillness, achieving self-realization through meditative practice, so more tools for the journey. Until then, maybe we can all try to act with a bit more awareness and let go with a little more grace in our own lives.